hello, everybody. I am Stacy Thomas. I am your host tonight. I am the media personality for Swag Her Magazine. That's SWAGHER. Please don't put a space in between it, okay? And tonight, we have another awesome guest that is blessing the platform for Swag Her Magazine. And I'd like to introduce her, Coach Author Shelly. How are you?
I am well. How about yourself?
I'm great, sweetheart. Let me first say thank you for coming on the show and giving me somebody that I suspect is going to bless me and the audience today.
I'm definitely gonna try, and I love me some swag her. So I'm thankful for any opportunity I get to be on the platform.
So I'm not the only one that loves Swag Her.
No, ma'am.
Fancy is doing amazing things. She's
Mhm.
an amazing woman. I've never met her. Jamel is doing amazing things. I've never met him. But since I've been working with them, I have to say that they're both awesome people. So I'm taking it like you've had a great experience with Swag Her also, huh?
I have Jermel. I think is the my first was my first point of contact. Some kind of way, somehow, he was in my Facebook messages. I reached out, or he reached out, and from there, I've been a swagger fan.
Ooh, really, really. I keep looking at my phone because before I get this thing started, when they told me I was going to interview you, so I like to look people up. I like to see what they're doing, and I always assume, and I'm right when I assume this. When Swag Her says that they have somebody on their platform, it's going to be somebody interesting. And one of the things that caught my attention about you, and I want to make sure let's see, where is it at? And I had it on here. You're talking to you are someone that is bringing the story out of people when they have a story to write. Is that correct?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So read that you're very passionate about helping aspiring authors bring their God-given stories to life, confidence, and purpose. What makes you that person to want to do that? How do you become that person that feels like you need to help pull it out of people?
Well, first of all, I'm a Christian inspirational author myself. Back in 2015 ish, I was sitting at my desk and minding my own business, doing my work at work. God came along and He said, "It's time to put it on paper." During that time, I had like 7 journals that I had been keeping from the junior high to adulthood, and it was just different stuff, messages God had gave me, feeling down and out, want to know how my life was going to be, wanting to be married, just little stuff, thoughts I had, personal message for Shelly. And he said it's time to put it on paper, and it's like I already knew the assignment. So I eventually took those 7 journals and wrote God Spoke and I Listened. Once that book came out, everybody was asking, "I want to write a book. How do you write a book? How did you get started?" And so I feel like by sharing those testimonies and
I
messages
think
that
she
God gave
froze.
me
She'll
from
be
my
back.
journal, it it led to me being Author Coach Shelly Lee.
Author Coach Shelly. I love it. So, with you saying that, I want to read something that I saw on your page and I love it. She said God gave her the book idea last year, still sitting in her notes app, still thinking about it, still waiting for the right time. Meanwhile, the woman who needed the story, still struggling, still praying for answers. Clarity doesn't come from waiting, it comes from deciding. If you know God gave you something to write, stop sitting on it. Start with clarity. That reminds me of a conference I went to a few years ago, and a lady said, how dare you have something that God blessed you with to bless others and you keep it to yourself?
That's right.
That right there, what exactly do you want that to do for that woman that's sitting there stuck? Is it to just motivate her to watch more of your videos, to read more of your posts, or what action is she supposed to take?
She is supposed to, I think at the bottom of that message or on one of my posts, there is a clarity guide. She
Okay.
needs to go to my pen site website and get the clarity guide. This is a black and white copy right here, but
Okay.
the woman is in color. And this clarity guide I wrote for people who are stuck and are unsure and they don't know where to start. Because that's the first question I get. Shelly, how do I get started? How do I get started on my book? And I tell them, you need to go get that clarity guide. In this clarity guide, it shows, it kind of gives you the outline basically for your book. It
Okay.
tells you, it draws the chapters out of you, or your chapter titles, what you want to talk about. It kind of just simple questions to get that pen moving so that you can gain clarity on how you want to begin.
Wow, I love it. So when you were first called to pick up those journals that you had been holding on, when God told you it was time, did you feel, were you nervous? Were you excited? How did you feel?
I honestly was over. It's like I never threw those tablets away. For some reason, I carried them everywhere, no matter where we moved to. Shelly was going to get her tablet. So it almost was like I knew there was a purpose for those tablets, but I just didn't know it was to write a book.
And that happens sometimes. God gives us things. And I've told people, as a writer myself, I was telling somebody not too long ago, when you write something down, don't worry about if you're going to finish it. Just hold it and you'll know when it's time.
Right.
So I love how you said that. Now, you have a program. Tell us about this program you have, writing your book in 90 days or less with no stress. How are you going to help
So,
me with that, Shelly?
okay. So that program is based off of my 5P method.
Okay.
Okay. So since 2015, I've been doing this, but I didn't know that I was following a certain framework. I never named it. I never thought about one. I never didn't even know I needed one.
Okay.
So one day, June 2024, I'm laying in my bed. I'm trying to sleep. I'm trying. And
Okay.
I keep hearing something, a voice. I keep hearing a voice, and it's talking to me, and I'm turning this way and turning that way, like I'm trying to go to sleep. Jesus, leave me alone, please.
Okay.
You
Okay.
know, not being disrespectful, but
Leave
Lord,
you
I'm trying
alone.
to sleep. Leave me alone, please. But it turns out he wanted to say something to me. And so he gave me the 5P method. Pray. So in this stage, you are praying for your author journey, basically. You're praying for the words to say. You're praying for a community of people that can help you, your author coach, your graphic designer. You're praying for the right team.
Okay.
You're also praying for the courage to start the book, not give up in the middle of writing the book, and to finish the book. Then you have plan. During this stage, you are kind of planning your finances. Who do I need to hire if I'm going to hire anybody? What videos can I watch? You're planning your writing schedule. You're planning your balance time of if you got a husband, he wants your attention. If you got children, they want your attention. But that
Right.
book needs your attention too because he called you to write it. So that's your assignment. And then the third P is pen. That's where you're actually writing your chapters and whatnot because of the planning stage that you already have established. Proof is when you have the proofreader or editor to go through, make sure you spelled everything correctly, your grammar, but didn't take away from your voice. And then publish is when you push that button. So pray, plan, pen, proof, publish. 5P method, pen, paper, publish.
And you're going to help them. That program, you're going to take them from the very beginning to the very end.
Yes, ma'am.
Wow. So
And
the way you're talking, it's like, um, so we have to be clear for clarity, right?
yes, yes, ma'am.
What does it look like, for someone? What would you say to someone if you know that they have a story to tell, but they say they're not clear about it? Is that when you would suggest the program, or do you have something else you would tell them?
It would be that clarity guide first because if they're really interested in the program, this clarity guide is $7. That
$7.
program is like $9.97.
Okay.
$9.97. So
Okay. Okay.
if you're not gonna take that time to buy that clarity guide, how I know you're gonna invest in the class?
Wow. That's right. You have to be willing to invest in yourself.
You gotta take
So,
that first step.
and you have people out here that they go through things in life,
Yes.
right? They debate back and forth. Is this something I want to tell? This something I'm not sure if I should tell. What do you say to someone that's not clear, that has a story, but they're so busy comparing themselves to everybody else that they don't know whether they should tell their story?
Well, first of all, when you're doing a book, you don't have to have a tell-all book. You only share what you feel appropriate in sharing and what you think is somebody is going to be able to overcome or what you have healed from. There is no perfect person on this earth. He's above, not on here, not down here. So nobody can judge you because they feel like they're fearful of being judged. And no one can judge you but the good Lord above. So you got to take that chance. That's where I have to pretty much nurture them and tell them, hey, this is okay. You got this. You don't have to tell everything. Just pick a story
Uh-huh.
and go from there.
Wow. So what do you think when you have people come to you for your assistance,
Yes, ma'am.
is it only are we only doing faith-based books? Are we doing different genres?
I have done them all, but most of my clients are faith based. They're the people who say, God called me to write a book and I want to get started writing my book. So it's mostly faith based audience, but nonfiction books, fiction books, I know the process to do all of it.
Okay. Have you ever been approached to write a book, to help with the book that maybe the story was not something that you wanted to do, like maybe it was too much?
No,
No,
mm-mm, mm-mm. No,
no.
ma'am.
So you're just here and you're just ready. You're
Yeah,
ready to help people bring out, and I love that, especially when you say like you believe that if God gave it to you, let's get it out. I love, absolutely love how you say there's someone sitting there waiting for your story. If that doesn't motivate somebody, I don't know what will. If
okay.
someone is watching right now and they feel stuck and unsure of how to begin, right? Do they have to have a beginning when they come to you, or can they just come to you with the idea?
That's a good question. So for me, I used to do what I call freebies. I used to do where I'm in your DM. You could call, get on my Calendly, and 15 minutes we would talk. But then
Okay.
those 15 minutes turned into 30. It turned into an hour. And then
Okay.
it turned, and I'm like, okay, I said 15 minutes now, but this is turning into something where I need a little cash for my time. Not to
Right.
say I won't tell you, I won't
Right.
help you, but there's a line to be drawn. And
Okay.
so for me, I will give them a what I call a 15-minute little message in their Facebook messages because that's where I'm mostly reached out at. But
Okay.
then I say, if you need more help, back to that clarity guide.
Back to the clarity
Because my
guide.
thing is this: if you're not going to invest in that little $7 thing, then like I said, how are you going to invest and get your whole story out?
Right. And this is
If
going to
you're
be
going to do
within
it with me.
and this is going to be within 90 days.
You write your book in 90 days, but the only thing, Stacey, is I can't make you write it. So
That's
after that 90 days, if you haven't written it, that's you, not me.
okay. And when you assist in publishing the book, do are you one of those publishers that do you explain to them that they have to promote themselves? It's not just gonna automatically sell and you're gonna become a millionaire.
That's right. You got to put yourself out there. You got to be the face for that book. And that's the part that, I kind of have a little problem with sometimes because I feel like I got a whole bunch of exposure, but there's a little piece that I'm missing. But that doesn't stop me from continuing to write as I learn about more about promoting.
More about promoting. So you do assist with promoting.
No, ma'am.
No, oh you
I
don't.
don't, I don't assist with it because I can't promote my own books. Being transparent,
Yes,
I'm
I
gonna help you
understand.
promote yours.
I
So I
understand.
need more. Yes, I need more help with mine so that I can help the others. But as far as the writing it, I got you.
Oh, I love it. I love it. I love it. You know, there are people out here and I that want to learn more. And I do hope that they see this because so many times people go to people for help. Yeah, they're willing to invest in themselves, but they're investing in themselves with the wrong people. So please keep doing what you're doing, Author Coach Shelly. And speaking of coach, let me go a little further
Okay.
before we end this. So I understand that you're coaching and with the book. And speaking with you and looking at the post you have on your page, are you offering some other coaching for people?
What you referring to?
Are you coaching women? Like, I'm not sure. What on your page, you know what you got on your page.
I'm
You
not
have
sure where you're leading me at.
all these positive posts. It's
Mhm.
almost like you would be a motivational speaker. Maybe you're coaching women on the side. Are you only doing the publishing?
Yeah, maybe you're trying to tell me something else. You or
Oh
something
no,
else.
I don't know. I don't know. I'll look more on your page because
Okay. Okay.
just a few things I saw, I guess I would assume maybe not only you were doing your publishing thing, but maybe you were that person that maybe people call to coach as well. Just to like,
I do like encouraging people,
okay.
but and I would like more speaking opportunities and things
Oh,
like that.
that's it.
But
That's it. So you're a
okay.
speaker. Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
We have to put it out there,
Okay.
Coach Shelly. We have to put it out there. So,
Yes, ma'am.
sweetheart, I'd like to ask you, and you said something about this earlier, but can you tell me, like, as far as what you do, why you went to Swagger? I know why I deal with Swagger. Why do you work with Swagger?
Okay. Like I said, I met Jermel, and Jermel is a nice, mannerable human being. I've never seen him in person, but like I said,
Uh-huh.
we had a lot of
Yeah.
messages in the Facebook messages, and he would explain an opportunity, tell me about it, and whatnot. And if it was for me, I was on board. If it wasn't, I still followed, I still supported. I've had other people that I've sent to Swagger. Some of them kept stayed in there. Some of them, things happen. But it's a platform for women to show who they are, show their transparency,
Right.
and be visible, and at the same time not lose their identity. And I just love seeing women together in unity, just uplifting one another, because there's so much tearing down and so much comparison and things like that. And Fancy, she's doing her due, and it's just the place to be.
Well, I am happy for you. I am very happy for you. And before we go, please let us know, how do we follow you and how do we connect with you if we need you?
So I am on Facebook. It's facebook.com Shelly Lee, facebook.com Pen.Paper.Publish. Instagram is Pen.Paper.Publish. I think I got them universal all the way around. So
All the way around.
yes, ma'am.
Shelly, it's been nice, sweetheart.
Thank you.
I'm thankful that you came on to share with us what it is you do. I want you to remind people one more time before we go. I meet Shelly somewhere, and I just mentioned to Shelly, I want to write a book. I feel like God has given me something to tell people. Shelly, I want you to tell me, why should I work with you?
So, Stacy, I am an author coach. I believe that we are all sitting on a story. I believe that we have stories that can help the next person come up, come out of that pit, come up to the promised land, get on top of that hill, share Christ. I believe that you have a story to share, and I can help you get that story out, put it on paper, share your story for God's glory.
Shelly, you be blessed.
Thank
I'm wishing
you.
you the very best.
Thank you.
And until next time, you take care of yourself. And thank you again for coming on Swagher's platform.
Thank you. Bye bye.
You're very welcome. Okay, everybody, follow Author Coach Shelly. She gave you the link. She is on Facebook. She is that person that you go to. You feel like God is giving you something, but you don't know how to get started. Hey, Swagher has provided you with an awesome person. Follow her. And until next time, I like to tell people, don't stress too much about yesterday. Don't worry too much about tomorrow, because if we do, we'll forget living today. And I'll add another one. You'll forget that you need to look at more Swag Her shows. Have a good night, everybody.